A lot of things are going to be happening in the next couple of weeks, so I'm going to wait on posting. So it's going to be a little while because I want to get in some of the studio stuff, and I'm really, really excited. And I'm getting prepared for my trip, so I have to pack for LA, and I'll be out there for about a week, and I'm really, really stoked about it. So this week I'm just trying to kind of get everything prepared. This last rehearsal that I did with the guys was fabulous, just tighter and tighter, and everything's feeling a lot better while we're together, so I'm really, really enjoying the vibe. Saturday, hopefully I'll be able to get with one of my friends and record something in his studio, so I think that'll be really great. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, it's been a lot, but I am just gradually learning to remind myself to stay patient. It's not always easy to have that patience, and just stay grateful and take in every day as it is. It's nice to come outside, to relax, to enjoy. So I've been kind of stepping out from time to time and just taking everything in and making sure that I can be outside and not be secluded in four walls, because I think it's very important to make sure that you get fresh air. It's nice to be inside, don't get me wrong, but being outside it's so nice to have it. So I just try to take it all in and enjoy what I got.
What you doing, Bear? You having a good time? Touch, touch.
Okay, come here, touch. Sit.
Very good boy. Having a good time at the park today. Okay. Yes. You wanna go play?
Fuck. Okay.
Have a paw. Have a paw. He loves it. Gonna give you a bath anyway.
It is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2022. It has been a very busy couple of days. Just this past week is intense because I'm budgeting, getting my trip planned, making sure that that's ready, and I go to Cali June 1st to June 9th, so that is going to be fabulous. I'll be recording with Couture out there on the 4th. He is a producer that works with Marshmallow, so I'm really, really stoked to see what we come up with. Searcy Productions and I were getting together this Thursday. We're going to be recording and doing a session for a music video, so I'll see how that goes. I'm going to be a part of a project that I'm really excited about, and I'm going to be doing more while I'm out in LA too, so I'm excited to kind of get some footage and see how that goes and just be out there. It's been a while, so I think this is going to be a great trip for me to just take care of that and be present and do those things that I've wanted to do for quite some time. So that creative outlet is finally coming out, and I'm really inspired and I'm ready to go. So the only hard thing for me is really just going to be away from Teddy for so long, my little guy. So my little short stack, it's going to be kind of difficult not to be with him, but otherwise I am ready to go. I am stoked for this recording session. I'm stoked to be with my family, to see them. The support that I'm getting from this latest release is incredible. Again, it is such a process, so being able to start recording Sorry has been awesome. It's a new release and you guys can start streaming and listening to it. I am so excited to share this new release with you. It takes a lot of time, I know it's a lot, but thank you all for being so patient with me. It is a blessing, and I'm really grateful to just be able to share this outlet and to really connect with music together. And thank you for giving me the ability and the privilege to share that with all of you. The fact that you care, the fact that you listen, it makes a huge significant impact within me and in my life. And yeah, I really can't thank you all enough. It's pretty incredible what support can do for others. So I know that we all have different lifestyles, like I've brushed upon in my other episodes, and please feel free to watch them. I really, really am happy to the support that I've had.
What I got.
Polaroid camera in Las Vegas when she went on her very first trip alone and did her very first studio session for her first original song. I didn't get to record any of it other than on my phone, so I hope that you enjoy what I have to share. A little bummed out that I wasn't able to bring my Polaroid, but that's okay. So I made it safely, I landed, I'm good, and I just got to my big brother's house, and I am genuinely so in love with his backyard. Are you kidding me? By him. He's a phenomenal person, and he owns his own business out here, and he takes care of his clients, he takes care of his people. It's just very important to me to love. This man has an entire garden going on. I'm just blown away. I was not expecting this, and I love my older brother. He's the best. So I just drove back from the pier and down Old Topanga Canyon. My favorite. I used to live on the Mulholland Highway when I was a kid, so it's just my favorite drive, and I've thoroughly enjoyed this, you know, just being able to do what I want and experience and love, and I am so stoked because I came to my very favorite grocery store growing up, and you know, I wish my grandmother was still alive, but this was our spot, and we used to get lunch, and it's very endearing. And if, like I said before, if you ever get the chance to just come and go on vacation, do it for yourself. You get to learn a lot about yourself. Just understanding what I enjoy and having the freedom to have absolutely no expectations and just be at ease. If you haven't had the opportunity yet, I highly encourage you to always go on vacation or travel and do things for you. Just know that you are valued and you're always going to be appreciated no matter what. You need to do what you love to do for you. It is extremely important to keep that passion. It has been a tremendous day. I drove down Old Topanga Canyon all the way to Santa Monica Pier, you know, down the PCH, and just enjoyed myself. My inner child came out. I went on the roller coaster. I got my fix. You know, I walked. I got myself food at a cafe. I ate. You know, it was just something that I really think we all need to do for ourselves. Go search and go admire and go see things that you may have never seen before, and challenge yourself, and you know, maybe get lost a little bit. It's okay. I think it's so important to just go and enjoy yourself and not think too much of what you're trying to accomplish. I know that, you know, we all feel like we have to always get something done, but you know, for me, this trip is not only vacation, but it's a business trip, and I'm having, you know, to find my boundaries and learn how to do that and enjoy myself in the same time. And I have a really awesome studio sesh this upcoming Saturday with Danny Couture. I'm gonna put him down in the link here. He is phenomenal. I am super stoked to work with this guy. And to be honest with you, there's just been moments in my life where, you know, I just didn't feel like things were going on, and I felt kind of stuck, and as we all do, but I think right now everything's kind of fallen into place, and I've learned to really allow myself to live in this present day and just soak and absorb everything in as I can. So I'm stoked, and I think it's, you know, very important to learn more about yourself every single day. I got a studio session close to the Warner Brothers and in that area in Burbank, so I'm really excited. It's gonna be fabulous. So great around that area. There's a lot of food and options. I got some music playing to start my vocal warm-ups. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay.
And sustaining your higher range.
Top that off. You want to do your Parmesan. And frankly, you can use cheesy, no pun intended, Parmesan.
Got you.
You do not have to do fresh grated for this unless you really want to keep veggies. To me, you're using a lot.
Got it.
So you might as well just use the good old
farm.
good old crab.
Crap. The good old crap. You heard it from the best, y'all. Telling you.
That's the Talenti. Do you know Talenti?
Yes. Goodness. One year I came to visit you with Mark and Mitchell. And you go, Gabs, can you go to the Target? I was like, what the hell is Target? Like, I literally have never heard anyone say that. And you're like, Target. I was like, oh, and now ever since,
You guys all say Target.
we crack up every time.
No way! Somebody else makes me frustrated.
Life's like this, and you fall, and you crawl, and you break, and you take what you take, and you turn it into what you say. You promise me you're never gonna complicated. No, you come over unannounced, dressed up like you're something else. Where you are and where you ecstasy, you make them say, check out when you strike a pose. Oh fuck, all your straps be closed. Shit.
You are such a bitch.
You come somebody else and everyone else. You're watching your back like you can't relax. You're trying to be cool. You act like a fool to me.
So it is Friday, June 17th, 2022. It's been a while since I've made a fucking vlog. It's been a while. The rest was so eager and excited for Callie that I think I didn't really even think too much. I just was, the anticipation was heavy and I was so excited to record and have Danny Couture, produce and engineer my first original song. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to put it out there, and the support has just been really unreal. And I just recently was able to access Apple Music, so I am now a verified artist on Apple Music as well as Spotify. So if you could please, and if you don't, I appreciate anybody that's still listening, streaming. Like, it means the world to me that you even give a shit, that anybody is even willing to just connect with me. So thank you all so much. But if you could follow that, the music, the streaming services, those are the best, because that's how you're gonna, I feel like we can get to know each other the most through the music. And I'm gonna be, putting a lot of other things out there. So this weekend I'm finishing a track with Cohen. It's a new single coming out called Sorry. It's gonna be a cover of Madonna. I'm really stoked for that one. And then I got my original, I got the release date coming out, my talented, beautiful cousin Kaylah. I'm gonna throw all these links down there. You gotta go check these beautiful, beautiful, talented, lovely human beings out. My cousin Kaylah, she is doing a cover art for my single. So I am having her use her creative outlet, and we talked about, the concept and everything. So Searcy Productions and we are going to be killing it. We're doing a music video, so I'm really fucking excited to just get in the storyboard and get it going, and we're gonna get that music video for my single. So I can't wait to share all this beautiful work with all of you, and also too, 88 Nate, I'm gonna put him down here as well. We did a music video like 2 weeks ago with Searcy Productions, so watch out for that. That's going to be coming on YouTube. We don't have a release date for that yet. I am also working on my release date for Perfect, my new single, so I'm really, really excited to share that with all of you. And the love and
admiration and support has been incredible. Just everyone allowing me to actually be passionate with my craft and my voice, and to finally kind of dive into everything that I've always wanted to do. And now that I've, really learned to be in the present, there's this kind of point where I was, talking with my therapist, and now it's really nice. We've gotten to this point where we don't need to talk every week. We don't even need to talk every day. Like, it's not at that point anymore where a few months go by and I can talk to her. And I brought up the whole thing, like, she asked me, like, why do you feel like you need to be successful? You are successful. And it took me a really long time to kind of answer that on my own. And I asked her, can I get a few weeks? Because I really just kind of didn't recognize it. And I was just like, success is you, it's your worth, it's who you are. Like, I am success. I don't need to have financial stability to feel successful or be a successful human being. That's just, it's your soul, it's your spirit, your authenticity. So I used to, kind of go in these constant cycles, and it was just so repetitive, and with that anxiety that I used to have, it just brought me down more and more and more. So eventually I was like, okay, when I was speaking with my therapist, I'm like, how the fuck do I break this fucking cycle? So eventually I started noticing when I was getting back into those, like, routines, those cycles, those, the things that are kind of holding me back and setting myself up for failure. So then, eventually a few months came by and passed, and I, now I'm where I am now. And I noticed I'm not even kind of getting to that cycle. I'm just surpassing any of that. I'm just in the present, and I'm making new experiences and moments and doing them spontaneously, but also doing it in a way where I am creating and being able to do what I love and have that ability, and it's like, it's hard to kind of intertwine your life. It's not as easy to, really make a living from it right away. And it does take a lot of work, and it does take a lot of time, and a lot of people have to remember it's not always overnight. You have to be really, persistent. You have to be committed. Shout out to everyone out there. All my girlfriends, all my guy friends, all of you just fucking going for it and following your passions and your aspirations, your endeavors, your dreams. Like, that shit is so fucking incredible to me. And I just want to be around, people and human beings that want to embrace each other at all fucking times and really encourage each other, it's not always a competition. Like, dude, there's so many, as I've said, there's so many incredibly talented people out there. So we have to collab more. We gotta spread that motherfucking love. Just be peaceful. Try to be fucking, like, appreciative and be grateful for what you have, and recognize that you are here in this moment. You have what you have in front of you. It might not be the best, but it might not be the worst. And our lifestyles are always different, so we just have to appreciate what we have to the best of our ability. California, going to LA was incredible, and it was something that I truly needed even more than I thought. And if you ever get the opportunity and the privilege to travel alone, definitely do so. You kind of are able to do some soul searching. You don't really, there's spontaneity. You kind of just do what you want. You get your fix. You feel good. You don't have to really rely on other people. You also don't kind of have a time limit. You just go and do and whenever you want. And it was so pleasurable, because there were so many nostalgic moments, things I had such a wonderful time, and it was just truly a blessing to be able to have that moment of serenity for me, and kind of take that moment to feel every emotion and literally look at what was in front of me and just be in that moment. And it was very peaceful. And my first day, I settled in and I saw my brother and sister-in-law, and he has a garden in the back and a tortoise sanctuary, and he owns a business out in Simi Valley, which is super dope. And he's had that business since he was in his 20s, and we're 15 years apart. So honestly, it's crazy to me because having a brother that is 15 years apart, it's sort of like another dad figure. My dad is more of like a metrosexual, which I love. He's always been so supportive and sweet. My brother is a lot more on the the dominant side. He's a little more like, hey, let me teach you like lessons, and let me just kind of help you with certain situations, scenarios, and it's a very interesting dynamic. It's really cool to have that. So I appreciate him and his wife. She's phenomenal. And yeah, I mean, I had a wonderful time, and things are just sort of aligning, and I feel like things are falling into place, and I'm not, forcing anything, and it's just kind of lovely that it's just kind of happening and becoming more of a reality, and it's kind of, it's surreal, but it's also a very beautiful thing, and I'm cherishing every moment as best as I can. I was with my best friend Spencer. We went to the beach, we went to Pepperdine, we went to Malibu, we were treating each other to food. He took me out to Westfield at the Topanga, and we went to go eat, and then that was delicious. And then we went to Bobby's breakfast. That place has been there, I think, since the 40s and 50s. Like, wow. I used to go there with my family too when I was a little girl. My studio session was just sensational, and Danny has a way of working where his work ethic is like fucking on top. Like, the dude didn't even get up to like move. He was just consistently working on the song start to finish, and like every hour was going by, and it was just something that was progressing, and it was sensational. It was a wonderful experience working with him. I hope to work with him again, and I just can't wait to push this fucking single out. Like, it's just, I'm ready, I'm feeling good, and yeah, I'm excited to kind of get the ball rolling on the gigging too, where the guys and I, Jake and Dylan, put the link them down there too. Dylan does some stuff out on Fremont Street too. Go watch him play. He's phenomenal guitar player, phenomenal singer, and Jake is phenomenal drummer. Definitely love the dynamic that we have between the three of us, and I think that we have a lot to offer and a lot to share and a lot to connect with. So I am purely stoked. I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in to episode 5. I know it's been weeks, but now I can finally get into that consistent schedule again, so stay tuned. Love you all. Thank you so much for, again, streaming on Spotify, Apple Music now. Dreams is on there as well, so if you'd like to chime in on there, that would be wonderful. Love you guys so fucking much. I really can't, I can't repeat it more, Saturday, June 18th, and I'm on the freeway with Dylan.
And you're